Hey guys, welcome to Sew It Yourself. For today's project, I am going to share you how to cut and stitch this beautiful halter neck kurti. For that, I have taken a 3.5 meter printed cotton fabric. Now, without any further delay, let's get started. To begin with, I'll just fold the fabric. Firstly, I'll cut out the required length and width for the front and back portion borders. Length will differ for the front portion and the back portion. To begin with, I'll first cut out the required length for the front portion borders. So from this point, I'll mark 18.5 inch. Normally the border's length will be 15 inch, 3.5 inch extra for the high neck kurti. So just mark this. And then I'll slit at the center. So the total length is 18.5 inch for the front borders. I'll just cut out that. This is for the front borders, and for the back borders we need a 16 inch. So from this point again I'll mark 16 inch and then I will cut this. And that's it. This is for the back portion. Now I'll take the front borders. This is the right side of the borders. Now fold it. This is the folded side, and here open side. We will have two layers here. Just leave some open space and draw a straight line to trim the raw edges. And now from this point, mark 3.25 inch for the eye neck. Then extend this point. Again we are going to mark the shoulder measurement. So from this point, mark 3 inch for the neck width. Here also mark 3 inch. Then join these 2 points. After this, I am going to mark the shoulder measurement. For that, I am going to mark 7.5 inch. My shoulder measurement is usually 6.5 inch. I have taken 1 inch extra for the collar neck. So, I am marking 7.5 inch from the folded side. Then, mark half inch down for the shoulder slope. Again, mark 7.5 inch for the armhole depth. And then extend these points. So from the shoulder, mark 7.5 inch for the chest. And then mark 10 inch here. My chest measurement is 40 inch divided by 4 is 10 inch plus 1 inch for seam allowance. Then mark waist measurement. My waist measurement is 8.5 inch plus 1 inch for seam allowance. So join these 2 points. Now mark 1 inch above and draw a slight curve here. Now draw the armhole curve. With this marking is complete for the front borders. Now I am going to cut this. And that's it. Now I'll place the front borders with the back borders and then I'll trace it. This is the back portion borders. Now place the front borders exactly like this and leave half inch space at the top. Then trace it. And that's it. Now I'm going to cut this. With this bodice cutting is complete, now I'll show you how to cut the bottom. For that I have folded the fabric by length. Here we have two layers, open side, here also open side. And now I'll just open the borders and I'll mark the waist measurement here. Total length of the fabric is borders plus bottom. So in my measurement, borders is 16 inch plus bottom is 30.5 inch. So totally 46.5 inch, which includes seam allowance. From here, I'm going to mark 30.5 inch for the bottom length. After this, again I will place the measuring tape at the top of the fabric and I'll check. It comes around 41.5 inch. Now just mark 41.5 inch by placing the measuring tape here till the other end of the fabric. Now I'm going to cut this. So this is how it looks. Now remove this and slit here. Here you can see two layers. Now let's see how to cut the sleeves. For that, you have to fold the fabric by twice in width. This is the remaining fabric of my project. Now leave some open space here and then draw a straight line. At first I am going to mark the length of the sleeve, which is 7 inch in my measurement. So mark 7 inch, which includes seam allowance. Now extend these points. The required length is 9.5 inch. Again from this point, mark 3 inch for the cap height of the sleeve. Extend this. Now mark the circumference of the arm round, which is 9 inch in my case, but I am deducting half inch, so I am marking 8.5 inch plus seam allowance. So here to here marked 8.5 inch plus you have to mark seam allowance. So join these 2 points. After this I am going to draw the back sleeve. So starting from here, you have to draw the back sleeve. Then again from the center, mark half inch inwards and draw the front sleeve by passing through that point. Now mark sleeve bottom round. So that's 6.5 inch plus seam allowance. So join these 2 points. With this marking of the sleeve is complete, now I am going to cut it. Firstly, trim only the back sleeve. Make a center notch and then open the fabric and check whether the right sides are facing together. After that only you have to cut the front sleeve. That's it. With this, cutting is complete. Now I'll share you how to stitch this. To begin with, I have taken an interface for front borders. So I have folded this by half in width. Draw a straight line. From the folded side, I am going to mark it 3.25 inch. So extend these points. This is the seam allowance we have given for the front borders. Similar to that, I am going to mark the neck width as 3 inch. Then again from here, mark 7 inch for the neck depth. Now from here, mark 1.5 inch and then extend the point like this. Here also mark 3 inch and then join these points. I'll draw the neckline here. This is the variation of a sweetheart neckline. You can draw whatever neckline you wish to draw. Then join this here. Now again from here, mark 1 inch for the width of the neck. You can extend this seam allowance as 1.25 inch or 1.5 inch also according to your wish. Now join these points. Then cut this. When you open this is how it looks. Now place this on a fabric and then iron it. After ironing this, trim the excess fabric by leaving 1 inch seam allowance. Now make a small cuts on the seam throughout the neckline. Fold this and make a stitch. And that's it. Just fold this and make a center notch. Now I have taken the front portion borders. I'm just placing the neckline on the front portion of the borders and match the right sides together and make a stitch close to the interface. So before stitching, just pin the fabric and make a stitch so that the neckline never moves. After attaching the front neckline with the borders, just leave some open space and trim the excess fabric. This is how it will be. Now make a small cuts all around the neckline and then turn this neckline to the wrong side of the fabric. I finished turning and also I have ironed it. Then make a top stitch at the neckline. I made a stitch on the neckline. Now open this and make a stitch here. So make a double stitch. Here you can see I finished attaching. Just close it here and turn this to the wrong side. So this is how it looks. So here you have to hem this neckline. Now take the back portion, fold it, mark ½ inch down here and then join this with the neck width point and then cut it. Now open this back portion borders This is the right side of the borders. Now I'll place the front borders at the top of the back borders. So right sides are facing together, and adjust the borders and make a stitch at the shoulder. So starting from here, make a stitch till the other end of the shoulder. So make a double stitch here. This is how it looks. Now fold the back portion neckline like this and keep the seam allowance inside and then make a stitch here. I finished attaching. Here you can see. Now what we are going to do is just mark the front armhole curve by leaving ½ inch and then draw a curve like this and trim only the front portion armhole. And that's it. Now I'll share you how to attach the sleeves to the borders. Match the center of the sleeve with the shoulder and by facing the right sides together and then make a stitch like this. Repeat the same for the other side of the sleeve as well. Now I have already pinned the sleeve with the fabric. I finished attaching the sleeve with the fabric. After this, fold the bottom of the sleeve twice and make a stitch at the inner edge of the fabric. Here you can see I finished attaching both the sleeves with the top and also I finished the bottom of the sleeve. And make a stitch here. How much seam allowance you have given for the fabric, just mark it and then make a stitch here. Repeat the same for the other side also. I finished attaching both the sides. This is how it looks. Now I'll show you how to finish the bottom. For that I have taken the bottom fabric and open this. This is the wrong side of the fabric. Now starting from here, make a stitch till the bottom. Repeat the same for the other side also. After attaching both the sides, fold the bottom twice at the wrong side of the fabric and make a stitch at the inner edge. So repeat the same for the other side as well. After attaching both the sides, fold the bottom twice like this and make a stitch at the inner edge of the fabric. I finished attaching. Now you can see here, I finished stitching for both the sides and also the bottom. Now I'll share you how to attach the borders with the bottom. So here you can see this, just make a small cuts here, and this is the wrong side of the fabric. I have taken the borders, this is the right side of the borders. I'm just placing the right side inside of the fabric. Make a stitch here. With this, my stitching is complete. I hope you like this video. If you like it, then do like, share, subscribe and comment. Here you can see I have finished attaching the borders with the bottom for the both front and the back portion. This is the final outlook. Thanks for watching.